I don't look that much smaller than Cheeto right there.
My name is.
I'm just saying.
You know what?
I didn't look that much smaller than Cheeto.
Because I was thinking that too before.
You was?
But you always think you're real small. I don't think you're as small as you think you are.
I mean, you know what? My height helps me. You feel me?
Yeah, you are tall. Yeah.
But
were you like 6'3"?
Nah, I'm 6'1".
6'1"?
I'm actually 6'1" and 7/8.
Damn, you make me feel short. I'm pretty sure I'm 6 foot right on the money.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like you're a lot taller than me.
Yeah, my son, he's 6'4", 6'3", and 7/8. So he got 2 good, almost 3 inches on me. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But that right there, I know I just lost my train of thought.
Oh, well.
What were we talking about?
We was talking about your son, but we was talking about the intro, and I forget too. So let's just move on.
It was good though. What I was just saying though, trying to figure.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll come back at some point.
It'll come back like this.
But yes, welcome back in.
We're back.
This is episode 13, actually, of this BGJ show.
Damn, for real?
Yep.
We did 13 of these bad boys.
Yeah, we've been. I think we started back up like beginning of October. Something like that. So like about halfway, a little bit, maybe less than halfway through the season.
Let me give a shout out to my guys right quick because I think they're live right now too. Cover 3, J Tuck, DMV, and Big Rome. Shout out to y'all. DMV and Tuck will be down there for the Senior Bowl. I just talked to Tuck, hit me up earlier this month and was like, "You be at the Senior Bowl?" Yeah. And then I just talked to DMV a couple days ago. They both gonna be at the Senior Bowl. I'm gonna be at the Senior Bowl. So, you know, it'll be a Senior Bowl time. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all get all in that. You know they gonna have that good coverage. I'm gonna have some stuff. Feel me? It's gonna be an exciting time down there in that Senior Bowl because that's always good. I think Ruben Bain just the big time guy, defensive end from Miami. He just accepted the Senior Bowl invitation, so that's exciting.
Yeah, he could be a top prospect.
Yeah, he is a top prospect. The only thing that's really hurting him, they say he got short arms. So they're all. So I think when he goes to this Senior Bowl, that's what they're going to look at. Can you really, is that short arm thing going to really hurt you? Because I think there was a guy that plays for the Patriots, Campbell, I think. Is it Campbell? I can't remember. They said his problem was short arms. But he's been pretty damn good at New England his rookie year. You know what I'm saying? So it really depends.
Yeah, well,
they said Zach Martin has short arms too.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of it's just if you know how to use your body, you'll be all right. But yeah, we will definitely bring some coverage from the Senior Bowl when you go. We incorporate that somehow into next week or whenever we come back to it. But yeah, today we're going to talk about the playoffs and then obviously the defensive coordinator spot for the Cowboys. A lot of names thrown out there. Some guys have come to the top as favorites, at least for the fans. And you know more about that than I do. We were just talking about that. But, yeah, you want to start with the playoff games or you want to start with the coordinator talk?
Start with the playoff games because that's hot. And then we go to coordinator because that's going to be more meat and that's Cowboy.
All right, which one you want to hop into first?
The heartbreaker. My heartbreaker. I wanted the Bills in the Super Bowl. I wanted Josh Allen in the Super Bowl. When he was crying up there, I was crying. Y'all didn't see me crying, though, but I was crying like him. I was like this. I was mad because I'm like, Josh, this was your one time to get it. No Pat Mahomes. Who else was out of it in the AFC? No Pat Mahomes.
No Lamar Jackson.
No Lamar Jackson. No, nothing. This was your clear pathway.
You would have thought this would be the easiest
This
path.
was the easiest pathway. But I was getting nervous when that first game, when they played Jacksonville, they had to go all the way to the very end. I said, oh, gosh. And then me and you talked about it with them Denvers. And remember what I said before? I said Denver, they had them cardiac kids.
Yep.
Them cardiac kids, they've been doing it all year.
When they came back or when the game came down to like, okay, they could do it again, I thought of you saying that.
Yeah, I'm like, they've been the cardiac kids all year. And I'm like, it's going to be the same thing.
And the Bears were too. We'll talk about them in a minute, but they kind of have been doing the same kind of style this year. But almost did it again, but we'll talk about that one.
And I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I know a lot of people are like, give that same energy to Josh Allen that you give to Dak and you give to all these other quarterbacks. I get it. I totally get it. I understand it. But I like Josh Allen. I'm sorry. I like Josh Allen, and I felt him. I felt his pain. Like he was hurting because he's got to think this was my best opportunity. I know he's probably mad at himself because he had turnovers. Me and you were texting. He was like, "See, them turnovers, dog." And Josh Allen can only look himself in the mirror with that, because that fumble where he was running and they grabbed him, and that you can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know better. You know turnovers are your kryptonite.
I feel like in the past, even though the games were close, the games against Pat Mahomes and things like that. I mean, I know he would put up monster games, but I don't know. I mean, it just feels like maybe they just have an issue with the culture, kind of like Cowboys or something. I don't know, because going back to the 4 straight Super Bowls with no wins, same kind of deal here. You are getting to like AFC Championship game sometime, but you can't win that either. Same kind of deal, it feels like, but I don't know.
It does. I mean, Buffalo been there so many daggone times, G.
I feel like I kind of already had this feeling about him even going into that, because I know it was Mahomes, but like he just can't win the big games. I know it ain't all his fault, but some of it I think is how he plays earlier in the game. We talked about turnovers and stuff.
To that point, I will agree with you, where you say early in the game he makes those mistakes. He puts them in a bad position, then he comes back. Mm-hmm. You can't do that in the beginning of the game. I totally agree with you. It's always the first couple quarters he does the goofy stuff, and then he gets himself back together, and then he starts playing like Josh Allen. But then it's like, bro, you done threw your whole team in a whack where you can't do that against certain teams. And Denver was one team you cannot have those turnovers against, and they jump on you quick. And you're in Denver. They have that cardiac thing going on. That was Josh Allen. That was on Josh Allen in the fact of he should have knew the biggest thing that I need to do in this game is ball security. Mm-hmm. And that didn't happen. So, yes, we are frustrated. It was 30-30. It went into overtime. So you can't look at him like he was a terrible guy, but those early turnovers in the game cost your team. Cost your team. It did.
That it did. And actually,
it sucks that Bo Nix broke his ankle.
I say there's like a couple times during that game, like you don't know which way it's going to go. And then you feel like, didn't the Bills have a decent lead at one point in that game? And then the Broncos came back?
No, the Broncos, I don't know. I didn't watch it.
I got to go back.
I didn't watch it till the second half because I was out and about. And then when you hit me up about Josh Allen, that's when I jumped in there and started looking at it. You know what I'm saying? So I really didn't look at it. I seen them. They were behind. And when I seen them, I was just like, dude. And then when I seen the turnovers, I was like, bro.
Yep. The Broncos went up 20-10 at half. Mm-hmm. Because of that fumble, they got the field goal, went up 20-10.
And that was a terrible fumble.
And then the Bills came out and looked pretty good in that fourth quarter, but it ended up being too late.
And the Bills' defense was a little bit suspect. So Josh Allen really had to play good football because you've seen teams, they said like the last 7 or 8 games of the season, teams were averaging like 27 points on that defense. So it wasn't like that defense was that good going into the playoffs. We saw what the Jacksonville Jaguars did. They were going up and down the field on them, right? Josh Allen had to be the hero at the end of the game. So we already looked at that defense was going to be a problem. And the Broncos can move the ball, right? Although it's not the conventional, whatever that word is, conventional way, they still move the ball and they score points, and they got that defense. But once again, I just hate that Bo Nix got hurt. It's like he did all that just to get you're a rookie, and you could be doing something, and then you get hurt.
That was a shocker.
I'm hurt for him because I saw Bo Nix at the Senior Bowl when I went in 24. He was the headliner of the Senior Bowl. I actually was going to interview him. He was standing right by me. I was going to interview him, but I'm like, why am I interviewing you? You ain't coming to Dallas.
Yeah.
That's when I was on the Dallas Cowboy thing. This is like, you ain't come to Dallas, dude. I ain't interviewing you.
Is that how you're going to focus this time, or are you going to do a little bit different?
Oh, I'm going to do a little different this time because we ain't on them Cowboys right now.
But yeah, that game was a great game, really. And then it sent a shot, as all the playoff games really have been. Only a couple have not been really too good, but sent like a shock wave because you get the broken ankle for Nix, and then you get McDermott fired out of Buffalo. After all that success, I guess they just want to change.
Dermot's a good coach. 9 years.
That was a shocker.
It was because it wasn't like they're not going to the playoffs. I can understand like with Jason Garrett or something like that where it's 10 years and you only have 3 playoff appearances.
First round exits.
Right. This dude was going to championship games and it was fluky plays how they were losing.
Like they so close to winning.
Yeah, they're like right there at the cusp. And you can't blame that game on McDermott. Fully. You can say the play you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
McDermott's a good coach, but I think McDermott was on the ice last year. And I think this was the year, kind of like Tomlin, where, okay, you've been here long enough. You got to get there, or you're going to be gone.
You just ain't getting there, but you're getting close, but you just can't get there.
You can't. So you're taking a big chance because now you're going to go with the unknown.
Same thing with Harbaugh.
You're taking a big chance.
Been, 13 years since they won.
And that was a very successful coach. It'd be, like I said, you took a chance because this guy was successful. But once again,
to tie this game into the Cowboys or the championship game, I should say, which we'll talk about the next AFC game too. But you got the Patriots Broncos championship game, and they were in that game 10 years ago with completely different teams, different quarterbacks, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and here you got them back in it, and the Cowboys ain't even got close.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what's even crazier?
It's embarrassing to how do these teams just repeat?
You know what's even more sad? I'm going to bring up 2 teams. You just brought up one of them, New England. Tom Brady left them in, 2019? He went to the Buccaneers, right? New England fell off. Belichick gone. They get Jared Mayo. Get Vrabel. They right back in it. The Rams. F them picks. I keep going to the Rams. F them picks. And like I said, to me, the best coach in the NFL right now is Sean McVay. In my opinion, I would love Sean McVay. I love Sean McVay.
He's still real young.
He came in at like 32.
Yeah, he's only like 42 now or something.
You feel me? He came in winning. And you know what I like about him? He got nuts. When he did that thing with Jared Goff, that made me love him. Because he said, I don't care if you took us to a Super Bowl. You're not the guy. I got to get rid of you. I got to get somebody else because this other player will take me where I need to go. And the Rams be like, F them picks. We going for it all. And they did it. And guess what? Look at them. Look where they're at. They was all fighting for the championship last year, and they was banging with them Eagles. You feel me? They're right back in it. They got rid of all them picks, G. And look, within 4 years, they're right back at it.
Yeah, another example of embarrassment.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah. It's sad.
Nobody wants to look at that.
I saw that stat, or it's a tweet or something you pulled up where it showed Cowboys the last time they've been to an NFC Championship game, like 15 years behind the next team or something crazy like that.
And you know what's crazy? My boy hit me up and he was like, Jay, I want to ask you a question. We're celebrating championships now. And I said, no, I'm not celebrating getting to an NFC championship. I said, I think they're looking at all the teams to show how bad Dallas is, that these teams, it's hard enough to get to a Super Bowl, but at least you can get to an NFC championship, and Cowboys can't even do that.
Yeah.
That's what is crazy. 95, you ain't even seen an NFC championship.
That's why I said that's what I need to feel good. If we can get to that point, then I'll start to be like, okay, maybe we can get there now. But if they can't even get to a championship game, nope. They've had so many great chances. I was just talking to Sarah about that, how they've had the number 1 seed a couple times, the home divisional round with the bye. You should be able to win that one game, you're in.
That 07 game makes me mad.
I know.
That 07 game makes me mad.
Because that offense was unstoppable that year, but not against the Giants. 17 points, right? And then Romo threw that crazy pass at the end, although they shouldn't have came down to that. You had to force it in there, but like you had single coverage. I don't know.
I remember I had a story real quick. Anthony Wright, who was the backup quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, he was on the
Number
Giants.
2.
Yeah, he was on the Giants
Mm-hmm.
at that time when they went to the Super Bowl. he gave me a story. I interviewed him. He gave me a story. He said Jerry Jones had bought NFC Championship shirts, and they were getting ready to pass them all out. So
for that 07 year?
Yeah. So Jerry already bought them shirts saying they were going to beat them. They caught wind of it. Anthony Wright told me they caught wind of how he had already had the shirts that they were going to beat the Giants. He said they were extra motivated to kick Dallas's ass after that. He said they were extra motivated.
He wanted some marketing type
You know what I'm saying? And he said everybody in that Giants locker room said, we're going to kick Dallas's ass. And what happened? When Amari Toomer scored that touchdown right before halftime, I knew the game was over. Yeah, I said, we're losing.
And that Romo T.O. connection was like unstoppable that year. To get back on track a little bit here, back to the AFC, because we already mentioned the championship game. Patriots, Texans. I already kind of felt like that was going to be the outcome. I feel good about the Patriots. I think they got it.
You said the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
I think they're going to win the whole thing. That's what I think. But anyway.
I hope they don't win the whole thing.
C.J. Stroud, third year, playoffs every year, but a lot of turnovers in that one.
I believe in C.J. Stroud. Everybody can be down on him. I think C.J. Stroud is a good quarterback. He's been going through a lot of influx, in my opinion. But you got to be some kind of good if you went to the playoffs 3 straight years and you won a playoff game each year. It's not like you went to the playoffs and lost the first game. You won a playoff game each year. I believe in C.J. Stroud. Now, they're talking about, because the extension is getting ready to come up, the 5th-year option for him with C.J. Stroud, they're talking about buyer beware. In my opinion, you making a big mistake if you give up on C.J. Stroud. You're making a big mistake. If the Texans sit there and say, we don't know about C.J. Stroud, watch for C.J. Stroud. If he goes to another team, watch what he's going to do. Because C.J. Stroud is a different guy. I watch him. I've listened to him a lot of times. I like that kid. And one thing he can do, I think he can persevere through adversity. You need to stick with this guy and stay with him. He'll be good for you. If y'all play him and move on, it's a big mistake.
I think he's shown too much, and he's too good to just give up on him after his third year. I mean, you can see the potential. Some guys we talk about, how we like to compare Dak to this, like Peyton Manning didn't win a Super Bowl until later in his career, kind of stuff like that. But I will say, though, he does seem like he has a tendency to just not show up so far in those bigger games.
He was like that at Ohio State, too.
And, I mean, Dak don't either, so don't think I'm not, saying Dak does. I'm just saying, like, I mean, he has played good, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, but that was the label on him at Ohio State. Can't win the big one. Yep. But then he went in there and whooped up Georgia, and everybody's like, oh, okay, he was throwing that ball good. I believe in C.J. Stroud. I think just stay with him. I think he's good, because if you look at all the quarterbacks that came out of Ohio State, he's a throwing quarterback. He's good.
Yeah, and then there's Drake May on the other side.
Baller.
Second-year guy.
Baller.
There's a lot of good young crop of quarterbacks.
He's a baller.
Yeah, I like him.
Drake May
he's kind of all around.
Yeah, he can run.
He's only going to get better. He's in an MVP discussion.
That was a great pick with Vrabel. Vrabel and him to me, might be a perfect marriage, because even though Vrabel's a defensive guy, I think Vrabel understands the offense. Like, he's not going to handcuff the offense. He's going to be like, hey, you're good. You do your thing. I'll worry about this defense. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Vrabel's that type of dude. We saw Vrabel. I watched Vrabel in the 90s. I love Mike Vrabel. When I watched Mike Vrabel at Ohio State, I loved Mike Vrabel. He was a dog. He was a dog. Every game he brought it. And then he went to the NFL, was a dog.
Yeah.
You feel me? And he's a dog coach. And guess what? We didn't even look at him.
Yeah, I know. That was an all in-house hire last year. They had that plan before it even happened.
We didn't look at him.
But, yeah, and then look what he did with Ryan Tannehill at quarterback. Didn't they reach an AFC championship game as well?
But you know what? I wonder if he would have been good with Dallas, because that hoo-ha would have jumped on him, and then he wouldn't have been as good.
Well, see, the thing is, like,
that's the problem.
Because some of these teams aren't so public like we are, or the Cowboys are, you don't know what they're doing, like, really some of the times. Like, maybe they do the same kind of shit, but they aren't all public with it like Cowboys are, because Jerry Jones has to have a radio show and shit.
Exactly.
And then nobody would really know what's going on like that if they didn't announce that kind of shit.
And plus, they're interviewing Jerry Jones after every game. Why?
That's what I mean. Like, they got the media like no other team. But, all right, anything else on that game?
No, I'm good.
All right, so then we'll go into the NFC side, and we'll look at, I guess we'll just, before we hit on the big one, we'll go with the Seahawks 49ers. I already knew this was probably going to be a result like this with the injuries to the 49ers.
Yeah, they had too many injuries.
Seahawks are a good team, I think, all around. That's what I think. Sam Darnold's good, too. He obviously is better than he was when he first came in the league. Journeyman.
I'm happy for Sam Darnold.
5 teams.
Yeah, I'm happy for him because everybody kind of threw him in the trash, threw him away. He went with the Vikings and they were doggish. They let him go, and then he went right with the Seahawks, and look at him, doggish. So I'd like to give Sam Darnold some credit. Shout out to you for persevering. But like you said, it felt like the Niners weren't going to win this game. You had too many injuries, and then George Kittle's got hurt. That was a death blow.
Mm-hmm.
When Kittle's got hurt, it was over. Y'all weren't going into Seattle and all that noise and all that craziness. The 12th man, you're not beating them.
Purdy was just getting rocked.
You weren't beating them, and they have no receiver threats. Your defense was compromised. Your offense was compromised. For you to win that game, it would have been a miracle. Seahawks would have played terrible, and they were on fire because they were smelling blood. It was like sharks in the water. They knew Kittles was out. They're like, we're going to beat the hell out of y'all, and they knew it.
Yeah.
All that dancing and stuff, nah, we don't believe it.
Yep. 49ers, another great coach with Shanahan, how they've gotten so far.
He's a great coach. Lost like all them players and still made it. So the fact that they got there with losing Bosa, Warner, Kittles.
And look at their division.
Brock Purdy was out like half the year.
Seahawks and Rams both in.
You know what I'm saying?
3 teams from that division.
Shanahan, y'all say what y'all want about him because he hasn't got to a Super Bowl. I'll take Shanahan all day.
Yeah, I mean, he's gotten the Super Bowl, just hadn't won one.
Yeah.
You said he had gotten to one.
I mean, man,
I think he 2, right?
He's been to 2.
Yep, two different quarterbacks.
And they were like in last seconds. It wasn't like they got blown out.
Yep.
They were last seconds.
2 different quarterbacks, I believe. But yeah, and then one little note on Sam Darnold too. Look what he did with the Vikings last year. They probably missed him this year, and then McCarthy got hurt, and then. But
JJ McCarthy's whack.
Darnold, they won 14 games. I think they was number 1 seed last year.
And then he goes right over to Seattle and they win.
5 different teams.
Maybe the Jets just suck as an organization.
Yeah, because they haven't hit in a long time. And you remember he said something about he was seeing ghosts.
Seeing ghosts, yeah. I remember that game. Maybe the Jets organization just sucks because I remember listening to Woody Johnson, and that's why I think you Jets suck. When Woody Johnson spoke on some players, I was like, yeah, that's why you guys suck. I'm listening to Woody Johnson. He acts like he knows football. He was talking like he knew football. And I'm like, you old ass motherfucker, you just got a lot of money and you're talking shit like you know football. You don't know a motherfucking thing about nothing. You're just a rich motherfucker who wants to walk around and swing shit like you're big shit. You don't fucking even know what you're talking about. Shut the fuck up, Woody Johnson.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to Woody Johnson. Shut the fuck up.
He went hard on him. Okay, so get through these playoff games. Rams, Bears, that was another good one. All these playoff games have been real good.
Yeah, these playoff games have been great.
Yeah, before we hop into that one, we'll go right to that. Let me get some comments here because we haven't really hit on that much. But going back to the start, we got Goodwin 9295 in there. What's going on? Brian Worley. Let me get to our split screen here while we do this.
G's the producer. There he is.
There we go. Brian Worley, Rico Jones.
Rico always supporting, always says we produce fire content. I appreciate you, Rico.
Yes. Yes. And then we got Big Trill, John Jones, Bear 8668.
What's up, Bear? Shout out to everybody in the chat.
He said you just saying this because he played at Ohio State. Whenever you was talking about that, he said Dak has showed up.
When?
Say we ain't got to the NFC Championship game yet, so 10 years.
But, he showed up in some games.
Yeah, I'll say that. It hasn't always been his fault. just like the Josh Allen thing.
Yeah.
As of right now, I mean, the only thing Josh Allen has over him is that he's gotten to a championship game.
2022, that was Dak's fault.
Yeah.
I'm saying that till I die.
That's the one with the Zeke snap at the end, right?
Yeah, that was the one where Tony Pollard broke his ankle, and Dallas should have won that damn game. Dallas should have beat the Niners in that game. And I needed some Dak moments.
Right.
Didn't see him.
Yeah, Rams, Bears.
I'm so glad. I'm gonna keep it real. I want the Rams to get to a Super Bowl. I do. And I want them to win. I like Stafford. I love Sean McVay. He's the best coach in the league, in my opinion. And I'm a hater of the Bears. No, I'm not a hater of the Bears. I'm a hater of Caleb Williams. He's not a generational player, in my opinion, but that arm is generational. that arm is generational. That arm is crazy. But he gets on my nerves. But that freaking arm, dog, the way he can run, and bro, he'll be running backwards and he throws it all laser. People don't appreciate how many people can do that.
Yeah, when I see those kind of throws, it makes me think of Mahomes for sure.
Yes.
You can make a throw from any body angle.
That's Mahomes.
Yep.
It is.
And Stafford has some of that too.
Yes. I'm going to give a shout out to Ben Johnson. Me and you was talking about Ben Johnson. He's the real deal. Ben Johnson is a hell of a coach. He was a great offensive coordinator. He went right over to the Bears, and I watched him all year because I was hating. I was hating. I'll admit it. I was hating. And everybody talking about Ben Johnson. But the more I listened to him, like me and you talked about, G, that dude be keeping it real. He be like, no, it ain't because of Caleb Williams. It's because of this. We're doing this because, like, and just like me and G was talking about, he was like, he don't show no emotion. He be chilling until after the game. Until after the game is over, and then he turned all the way up. He come in that locker room, taking off shirts, like F the Packers.
Getting them hype.
F the Packers, motherfucker. Fuck them Packers. You don't think them players ain't feeling that? Fuck them Packers. They ain't doing shit on us. Right? They feeling that. I like Ben Johnson. He's going to be there a long time. He's going to be a great coach there. He's going to make Caleb Williams really do things that I probably didn't think Caleb Williams could do because he had Matt Eberflus. But he's going to really bring out the best in Caleb Williams. The Bears are going to be contenders year in and year out because he's just a great coach. But you got two great young guy coming in, Ben Johnson, right? And then you got the old guy who's not old, and Sean McVay, who's, I think, the best in the league. But it just goes to show that was two really good coaches. Sean McVay against Ben Johnson. That was a great game just between the coaches because they have those type of minds where they're always thinking of they just have different offensive minds. So that was a treat to see both of them go at it. I would love to see them go at it again because those are top offensive minds.
Yeah, I like that too. I was thinking of that during the game. Like, wow, this is some of the great young coaches.
This is some great stuff right here with Sean McVay and Ben Johnson. That was great stuff because both of them dudes are the real deal.
Yeah, and that game just came right down to the end. That was crazy.
And the Rams, they've been doing this all year, but I love Sean McVay. He brings the best out of his players. He just does. He brings the best out of his players. They love him. They ride for him. I don't know. I don't think he's just a player's coach because I feel like he don't bow down to that. I feel like he just comes with that. He comes with so much knowledge, G, that you just like, I got to respect this motherfucker.
Yeah, you know what's funny about what you're saying is that you're saying a lot of things that sound just like a guy we had in Dallas. Jimmy Johnson, he made the trade, got the Super Bowl.
Don't bring him up.
If the Rams could get there this year and win it, you got to put him up there in that conversation.
You got to. You can't tell me Sean McVay ain't the best coach in the league. How is he not? He took over the Rams at a young age, and they just been balling ever since he been coach. They've been balling every year since he been coach.
Yep. Remember the Sam Bradford days?
Bro, like, McVay is that guy.
They sucked for a long time after like that Kurt Warner era.
I would never. I'll pay him whatever he wanted because he's meticulous. He knows something 7 years ago. Oh, what happened? This. Oh yeah, that was blah 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 blah. He's that guy. I want that guy on my team, and I feel like he's fair. He rocks with the players rock with him, but they respect his knowledge of the game. Like he is the guy that's when they say the coach is there at 4 or 5 in the morning, he is that dude.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, let's then talk about the NFC Championship games, which will be Rams. Hold on, let me get back to this. I'm having for some reason I can't think. Do you remember?
It's Rams.
For some reason I'm having a brain.
I'm having a brain
freeze.
fart too.
Rams, Seahawks.
I want the Rams.
Patriots, Broncos. So divisional guy. I don't know why I could not remember.
And you know,
that. We just talked about
DeMarcus Lawrence is on the Seahawks. DeMarcus Lawrence is on the Seahawks.
Yeah.
I'm not hating D-Law. I am a hater of you, but I'm glad that you're doing your thing. But it's not about you. I just want the Rams to get there. I don't want to see Sam Darnold in the Super Bowl. I'm sorry. I just don't want to see the Seahawks. I think it'll be a whack, boring Super Bowl. It's not a Super Bowl. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be a more exciting Super Bowl with the Rams in there. So I want the Rams to get there. And then, you know what? Since Bo Nix got hurt, I don't want to see you Broncos because I don't want to see Stitchcom, whatever his name, in the Super Bowl. So go ahead, Drake May. You might be the new Tom Brady in the New England Patriots. Rams, Patriots. I like it. Old school. Matthew Stafford, 37 years old. New school. Drake May, like 23. You got the old versus the new. You got Vrabel finally getting there. McVay. That's a good Super Bowl.
And that's a cool rematch of that, what was it, 2002 Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Something
with
like
Jared Goff.
No.
Yeah, it was.
That's 3 times then. They beat Kurt Warner, too, when Tom Brady was a rookie.
Did.
Tom Brady's second year, 2001.
Yes.
Yeah. So they beat Kurt Warner and the Rams there, and then they played and beat Jared Goff and the Rams. So that could be another matchup there. And
that's crazy. He traded Joe ass, and he right back in there with Stafford.
Yeah.
I like that. I love that.
Yep. So is that what you're saying then? Patriots, Rams?
Patriots, Rams.
All right. Yeah.
And we're going to try to do a play-by-play on that.
Yeah, I would like to do that. I'm going Patriots, Seahawks. I just think Seattle's the better team over.
No, Rams.
I mean, I hope you're right. I'd rather see Stafford as well, but I just think the Seahawks might have the better overall team. Their defense is good.
Their defense is very good.
And their offense is explosive. You know, Walker is a real deal, the running back.
Yeah, they got
offensive
2 running
line's
backs.
good.
Yeah, yes, you're right.
Darnold's been having a nice year.
And they're at home, aren't they?
Yeah, they're number 1 seed. So, I don't know. I feel like
that
Seahawks.
12th man, because that 12th man is going to be crazy.
They just seem like
the team
that's
going to
run through it.
You know how loud that 12th man is going to be?
They ain't been here since Russell Wilson day.
Hey, but you know what? I remember when them Niners went in there. When them Niners went in there, and Richard Sherman said,
Yeah.
We'll see. That's going to be a game. That game is going to be crazy.
Yeah, so I don't know. I had said this, but even before the last game against 49ers, that I felt like Seahawks could be a really good team. Maybe the hardest team to beat. I don't know. Nah.
You predicted the Patriots.
Look, I'll tell you this, though. Yeah, but they ain't there yet. But I'll tell you this. I've done like sports betting, fantasy football. It's hard, man. Like, you're not always right. You think you're right. You guess. It's kind of a guess because you never know what's going to happen, really.
Hey, but these players be point shaving now. You got to watch out.
This game, this game, it's crazy how it's just truly unpredictable. It really is. Like, you know a guy's going to run for 1,000 yards and get 10 touchdowns, but you can't say which games he's going to get those in. Like, it's hard to do.
That's a great guess.
Yeah, so it's really tough to do. So, but yeah, you can get like a feeling, get lucky with your pick, but I've always been pretty good at fantasy, though.
That's why them guys be betting on them players. Like, hey, I need you to get 52 yards and do that, and I'm gonna pay $10K.
But I think that, and we're getting ready to talk about people who are watching. We're getting ready to talk about the defensive coordinators.
Mm-hmm.
We've been talking about this for a minute now, so we're about to get into that for the rest of it. Patriots, Seahawks. I think the Patriots have a really good defense as well. So that would be a crazy defensive Super Bowl, I think.
I don't want to see that shit.
Patriots, Seahawks.
Hell
That'd be
no.
another rematch, too.
No, that's whack.
All these teams have been there.
I don't want to see Sam Darnold. Sorry.
I agree with you. I would like to see Matt Stafford, but I just feel like the Seahawks overall are a better team.
I agree with you, but I don't want to see them.
I don't either. I'd like a Stafford Patriots Super Bowl. That'd be cool. But what if Jared Stidham comes in there?
No.
If Jared Stidham comes in. Hey.
Please don't.
The guy's confident. I know that.
Because keep on talking about Nick Foley.
Nick Foles?
Nick Foles. I said Foley.
The backup came in for the Eagles and won it.
Nick Foles. And that was terrible.
I don't know. I don't say I'm not gonna say I like Jared Stidham, but I think with Sean Payton, you might be able to pull something off with him for one game or maybe two games. You get you can just get him to not turn the ball over and run the ball good. And
I don't want to see that either. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to see the Broncos in there without Bo Nix. I want to see the Patriots make it, and I don't want to see on the NFC side Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, I appreciate you. I promise you I do. I appreciate you, Sam Darnold. But I'm not going to appreciate watching you in the Super Bowl. I'm not going to appreciate watching Sam Darnold in a Super Bowl. I'm going to appreciate watching Matthew Stafford in a Super Bowl. I'm not going to appreciate Sam Darnold.
You can't respect the 5-team journey, man.
No, I can't.
This really is his 5th team.
But
I will say
I'm probably wrong for being like that.
I will say, though, last year he looked like different. Even with the Panthers, he looked all right, but different than he ever has looked in 14 wins last year.
You know what? Let's say the Jets organization probably sucks. Remember, because he was with the Jets. They suck.
They got lucky with Sanchez.
We heard Woody Johnson speak. Once I heard Woody Johnson finally get on air and talk, I was like, that's why y'all suck. You're an idiot.
Somebody else said Woody Johnson's a clown or something.
Woody Johnson's an
He's cringy.
Idiot. He's an idiot. Okay? You're an idiot. That's why when I wonder why the Jets don't win, I understood now why y'all don't win. Woody Johnson spoke, and I said, okay, that's why y'all don't win. He's a dumbass.
So and
he tries to act like he knows football, G. Like he was really talking in that interview like he knew football. You're a dumbass.
I need to
You're
check
just
it out.
a
I haven't
rich.
seen it.
Please go look at it. You're a stupid You're a stupid motherfucker. You're just rich. That's it. You don't know no football. Shut the fuck up.
Yep, and now I cannot remember what I was thinking of to say. I forget what the hell it was now. What were we talking about before that?
We were talking about.
Anyway, well, we're about to hop into the Cowboy stuff. Oh, I was going to ask you, who's your Super Bowl winner then? If it's Patriots, Rams. You think the Rams?
Rams. I need Rams getting a Super Bowl. It's okay. See, I don't mind the Rams getting 2 Super Bowls. Y'all way behind. It's okay. Y'all Rams went through some bullshit. I want the Rams to win. I don't want the Patriots getting 7 Super Bowls.
Isn't it wild how Stafford spent like 13 years of his career with Detroit and could never win a Super Bowl game?
And then
he always put up big numbers, though.
Always. Stafford was a dog. I love Matthew
Johnson.
Stafford from day one. I used to play with Matthew Stafford on 2K. I mean, not 2K, but Madden.
That's cool.
I played with Madden. I used to play with him because I used to love Stafford because that motherfucker had an arm. I watched him at Georgia. He always had that arm. And he always kicked Dallas's ass.
Mm-hmm.
He always would kill Dallas.
We've beat them, though. We did beat them in the playoffs.
But I'm just saying. That was when D-Law.
But that was a questionable penalty and stuff, too, though.
That should have been pass interference. But we got off. But at the end of the day, I just always like Stafford. I just like Matthew Stafford. He's that 6'3", 200. He's like the prototypical quarterback. You feel me? Like if you're trying to get a quarterback, 6'3", 225 pounds, rocket arm, can run, can throw. He's what you want. And that's what I thought he was. And so that's why I was glad when the Rams traded for him, because it was like you were in purgatory forever. Now you finally got with somebody and you're winning. And I'm happy for him. So I want him to get as much as he can because he's 37. He's about done.
Yeah, and he's like one of the old quarterbacks
Yeah,
now,
he's about
aside from
done.
like Rodgers.
Yeah, he's about done.
But he was also real tough in Detroit. There's that famous NFL films on him.
When
I
he
think
took
it was
that hit,
Dallas.
it was that Dallas. He took that hit and he came right back in
Instead of
there and he came
spiking
to
it
the
or
line.
whatever,
And he did the
jumped
face
over the goal line.
And I hated that. I watched that game live.
Yeah,
I wanted
that
to fight
crushed
him.
us.
I wanted to jump in that TV and punch him in his face.
That crushed us. Yeah, so many
That's
moments
Calvin
like
Johnson went through caught
But,
like 329
so
yards on us.
that. You got the Rams getting it. I say Patriots.
That's fine.
So let's go on then to defensive coordinator. You said you wanted to kind of focus on some of those supposed favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Donte Jones,
Mm-hmm.
Christian Parker, John Gannon, Jim Leonard, and then you can just go ahead with whatever you want to say about them.
Well, I think they just interviewed Christian Parker today from the Eagles, and then he's going to the Packers tomorrow. He's already had history with the Packers, so you got to watch out for that. 34 years old, Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell, all pros, rookie of the years, defensive rookie of the years. He really helped Darius Slay. And the thing I think you really need to look at with Christian Parker is Vic Fangio is like the guru in defense. Vic Fangio was in Denver, and he had Christian Parker with him. When he left Denver and he came over to Philly, he brought Christian Parker with him, and they still were good. You get what I'm saying? So you had Patrick Surtain. Justin Simmons had a Pro Bowl year. Patrick Surtain was Defensive Rookie of the Year, right? So you had that formula over there. The stats and numbers, go look at them. I'm not going to do EPAs and ZPOs and 2PAs. I'm not doing that tonight, okay? I'm just going to tell you, if Vic Fangio, who's like one of the godfathers of defense, was turning up in Denver, and then he came over to Philly and he brought Parker with him, and they did the same thing, right? And went to a Super Bowl and won. That's what you have to look at, in my opinion. If the old guy is at one program and he turns up and you're his understudy and he goes to a new team and he brings you with him, that means he knows you're a dog, right? He's only 34 years old. I like the young blood. You know, I don't like them old motherfuckers all in the building. I don't want old motherfuckers. You need a young blood. So that's what helps them. So he interviewed with Green Bay, I don't know if it was a few years ago. The guy, Jeff Hafley, they were in contention. Hafley got it. Parker didn't. Hafley just left and went to another team, so that's why. And he has history with them. That's why I think he might be the guy in Green Bay, G. They interviewed him there. I don't know how the interview went. I like him, though. Okay? Vic Fangio is the defensive coordinator, but he's the pass game coordinator. The only thing I worry about with Parker, G, is 34. I think you might be grateful. You're going to be grateful to Jerry for that chance. So Jerry going to probably be able to talk you down. That's what I don't like. You feel me, Jay?
Yeah.
You have all the good qualities, but Jerry's going to see you young and you might be grateful. He's going to talk your ass down. And that means you're not going to have the backbone to step up to him. That's the only thing I don't like about Parker. You're too young to deal with Jerry Jones.
Jerry's always trying to strike a deal.
He's going to manipulate your ass. He's going to talk you down. I don't know if you got the backbone to deal with Dallas. Right? That's just my thing. And I'm not going to go.
Maybe he's a Sean McVay, but Cowboys
he might be, but the Cowboys
like
they're not going to see that. You feel me? Because we got Jerry Jones as the guy.
They probably sell him, like you said, as like a head coach in waiting.
He's black. He ain't going to be no head coach in the Dallas Cowboys. I'm sorry. Just don't believe that. You keep going. I'm going to run right back. I got to.
Oh.
Yep. You hold that.
Well, who all did you hit on already?
I was talking about Christian Park. Go to Jonathan Gannon. You can go to Gannon.
Gannon, yeah. Oh, yeah, here we go. Only thing I really know about Gannon is that nobody really wants him. And he's with the Cardinals. And they weren't good as the head coach. And he got fired. But I do know Jerry probably values a head coach. I think he said that in one of the press conferences. He values a guy with head coaching experience, but he did also say that they might do something different this year. But then he's mentioned how they've done it all these years and 30 years in the past. So you think you do something different, but yeah, but why does it take 30 years? Like, why not before? So till we see it, you got to think it might be the same old thing. Darlene said we need a young coach. We don't need an old coach. Yep, that's what he was saying too. We need a younger guy, but he thinks 34 might be a little too young. Football Fanatic said, "What's up, big dog?" For the record, F the Eagles. Oh, kicked off the Heat.
Ooh,
Comes stumbling back in.
He says,
but I was talking about Gannon and how pretty much what I've heard is nobody wants him. And, you know, he coached the Cardinals who were bad and he got fired and they just weren't good anyway. So, but I was saying Jerry, he said in that press conference, he values the head coaching experience. So I don't know, but I know nobody wants him.
Yeah, Jonathan Gannon. I just feel like you're just not going to do anything in Dallas. You're just not. You're not going to do anything in Dallas. So it's like, why do it? You feel me, G? It's just like, what's the point of bringing this man in here? He's not going to do anything. You know, he comes from he got a lot of Mike Zimmer principles. Eberflus, he likes to play 5 guys down. He likes to use the front. Mix in zone. He will mix up man. He will disguise, but he really relies on the front. Heavy zone. That's the big thing. Heavy zone. And I mean, people are gonna say the Philly, right? You went to the Super Bowl with him, but a lot of us all thought you're gonna be mediocre in Arizona. A lot of people thought he was gonna be mediocre in Arizona. Not a lot of people thought John Gannon was gonna do something in Arizona. And he did just what a lot of us thought he was. So what does that say? A lot of us thought you were going to be mediocre in Arizona, and you were. I just don't believe in you. You just got a stench to you. I'm sorry. You got a stench. I don't believe in you. Stay away from here, because I don't feel like your voice is going to be a loud voice. You definitely ain't going to have no backbone to Jerry. You're going to be a yes man to Jerry. You feel me? You ain't going to do nothing. You ain't going to say nothing to Jerry. Get on out of here. That's why we all feel that way with Jonathan Gannon. You just got a stench to you. I'm sorry. You just got a stench. And that smell's not going to work in Dallas. You're not going to, you might have a good defense, but you're not going to be the guy that's going to say Jonathan Gannon really took this defense over the top. No, you're not. Nobody believes that. None of us do.
Will Richards said, yeah, Gannon can go coach Akron. And then Thurston Howell said, what about Sean McDermott?
I don't want no Sean McDermott here. Sean McDermott's been a head coach for a long time. You think Sean McDermott want to go back to being a defensive coordinator? No, there's like 9 head coaching jobs open. Sean McDermott wants to be a head coach. He don't want to go back to being a defensive coordinator. Y'all need to understand that. If you're an employee, G, and you were at this level, do you want to go down to a level to work at another company?
I mean, unless he wants to take a break.
He don't. As soon as he was done, he was like, he wanted to jump right back in coaching. Sean McDermott's a damn good head coach. You don't think he can coach and be a head coach to some of these teams?
He'll probably get one. He's
going to get a head coach job.
10 openings.
He's going to get a head coaching job.
1/3 of the league has a head coach
Sean
opening.
McDermott, you think Sean McDermott wants to come to – first of all, somebody said this in a tweet. I don't know if it was Dominic White, my homeboy. We was at the Senior Bowl in 2024. He has richly knowledge. He played offensive tackle, and he has a rich knowledge. But he said, and I believe, and I wanted to echo this. Everybody acts like Dallas Cowboys is the greatest job to go to. Nobody. Y'all need to understand, first of all, Jerry don't pay his coaches. Did you see the whole list of coaches, highest paid coaches? Ben Johnson, who came in as a rookie, he's making like over $10 million. Mike McCarthy made $5.
They're not afraid to pay him.
You feel what I'm saying?
Schottenheimer ain't really making much. $5, maybe.
He ain't making shit.
Maybe $5 also.
He ain't making nothing. So it's about dollars and cents. So when everybody talks about Dallas is this dream job, they know Dallas is cheap. They don't pay their players. They don't pay their free agents. They pay their free agents bare minimum. They pay their coaches bare minimum. The top 10 coaches, all these coaches that are doing things are making money.
I feel like they did one time, though, make Dan Quinn the highest paid coordinator, didn't they?
They did.
For like a year, or was it the last year?
They did defensive coordinator. They did. They had to.
That was it, though.
They had to. Because he probably came to him like, motherfucker, you going to pay me. You know who I was?
They want that homegrown stuff. They want to be able to,
Yeah, because they can manipulate you.
Cheap.
Jerry can manipulate you like he did Schottenheimer. I love Shotty. People were getting on me about Shotty. I love Shotty, but he's still grateful. Shotty didn't come in here commanding no $10 million.
That's what I said before. There was no other teams looking to get him.
No one's getting Shotty. So he knew he could hedge. I don't got to pay you a lot of money because you're grateful for getting on. And then they get mad at me for saying that. Like I hate on Shotty. No, I'm not. But he's still grateful. Nobody was banging the door down for Brian Schottenheimer. Nobody was hiring him as the head coach. Right? So he's going to be grateful for getting a $4.5 billion. That's the most money probably he ever made.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. Cowboy Keystone says
Cuzzo.
Gannon is the new puppet, and we all know it.
Yeah.
And then T Smooth TV says, "What's up, y'all?
What's up, T Smooth? T Smooth is original too.
Football Fanatic agrees with you. You'll get
Fanatics. That's my dog.
McDermott get a head coach, but yeah, T Smooth original. Really appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Been around for years. Texas T
been there for years.
If it don't make dollars, it don't
make sense. Yeah, hell yeah. Go listen to that Bushwick Bill. He got that song. Little Big Man album.
Yeah, Football Fanatic said we're the effing Cowboys. We should have all the top coaches in training, facilities, stadiums, everything. Jerry Jones better make some moves this offseason and move the needle. And then we got a $5 holla. Shotty getting $4.5 million a year. Cheap labor as usual. Cowboy Keystone.
Yeah, it is. And if you remember, if you want a donation, we ain't begging for them. But remember, this stuff do cost, and we appreciate you. Last show we was litty on the scene. Everybody was throwing out them donations left and right. Like I said, we don't beg for them. We ain't tripping on them. That's not what we about. But trust me, this stuff ain't cheap out here in these streets, man. So if you want to contribute, please do. We appreciate all of it. Thank you. My dog Cuzzo, Keystone Cowboy, he know all the draft people. He don't even be going to the draft. He be knowing all the people. So I appreciate you. I appreciate my dog. He's always been there. Love you for life.
Anything else on the defensive coordinators? Is there someone that you is
Donte Jones?
Who do you think it's going to be? Yeah, you could talk about him, but then who you think is going to be?
I don't think it's going to be him. The reason being, I'm gonna just keep it real. Donte Jones is the one I want. Shout out to Lou Takes. Lou Takes, as soon as they got rid of Eberflus, Lou Takes said Donte Jones. He's the main one in the streets who was pushing his name. I went and looked at him. He first of all, he come from the gutter in Washington, DC. And, you know, I just feel like he was under Flores. Flores is a no-nonsense guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's what Donte Jones is. He's still young. He's only 47 years old. And when you look at his style, it's aggressive style like Flores. Aggressive, attacking, multiple, disguising. He's a stand-up dude. He's going to come in the building and demand accountability, demand Respect. He's from that tree. I don't know if the Joneses is ready for all that because they like simping people. Yeah, I said it. They like people who simp. They're like people who they get along, gang. Everybody, as long as everybody get along, we cool. Somebody come in here with devices, we don't want them. Somebody come in here with a strong personality, we don't want them. We want people that we can control and mold them the way we want. We don't want somebody to come in here with his own thoughts and views and say, hey, this is what I feel and this is what I think and this is what we need to stand on, period. Joneses don't want that, and that's why they've been 30 years in purgatory. That's the truth. Y'all don't want to hear what I'm saying, and I don't mean to go on a little tangent, but I am, because that's the reason. Because whenever we get a stand-up guy who's going to stand up and stand against that, they don't want that. They want get along gang, and they want people that's going to go with the flow. And that is the reason why you see the constant failing. When you look at these other teams, when the players leave, DeMarcus Lawrence just left, they're successful. You know why? Because it's not a distraction. It's not. Jerry does have a distraction with all this other stuff. When they go to these other teams, it is strictly football because they don't have all the glitz and glamour, right? They don't have all that. So they just focus on football, and then they're successful. And I don't know why Jerry don't wake the hell up and see that. So if you go get one of those coaches that want to just get along gang, it's going to be more years of failure. Y'all think what y'all want.
So pretty much you got narrowed down to John Gannon and Jim Leonard.
I mean, they want Jim Leonard, but he's still coaching right now.
Yeah, so then who do you think is going to be? Or do you have like a guy who you think they're actually going to go after or pick? Like,
I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. I honestly don't know because Donte Jones killed it, but I just feel like he's too strong of a personality for them to go with. Christian Parker, I feel like they could go with him, but when he interviews with Green Bay, I feel like Green Bay going to snatch his ass up.
Yeah, they signed guys quick, and then speaking of them, just a quick nugget, they released Trayvon Diggs.
We knew that.
Yeah, but Will Richards with the $20 holla.
My name is T.
Shout out to Real Richards. Tell him, Real. Your birthday is the same day as mine, Libra gang.
That's cool.
Libra gang. That's why I know Real Richards, because his birthday is the same as mine. Libra gang.
Dino Wallace said you're correct, bro. For me, Jones or Parker.
Mm-hmm. We need a voice that's gonna say no, G.
Mm-hmm.
We need a voice that's gonna say, nah, I ain't feeling that.
That ain't gonna fit in with their plans.
Exactly. And that's why they're gonna stay in the same circle. People don't want to hear this. Y'all want to hear optimism. I want to give you optimism. But whenever a real coach steps in the building and starts really moving and shaking, they don't want to hear that. Why do you think Jerry Jones has all his family?
Mm-hmm.
Because number one, he don't trust anybody, and he don't want anybody. He wants full control. Will McClay is with him. Will McClay is a Libra too. We like the same birthday. They in cahoots with each other. Everything's comfortable. Will McClay can make all kind of mistakes in the draft, right? But Jerry will look at him like, you good. I got you. That's why Will McClay don't leave anywhere. So next time we hearing the news, G, Will McClay is up for his contract and he ain't going nowhere. He's comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know why? Because Will McClay can mess up on 3 drafts and Jared be like, you're all right.
Yeah.
He goes somewhere else, you're fired.
Yep. Back to the comments for a second. Headphones cutting out on us here a little bit.
Got it.
Yeah, if you want to play around with that, but yeah, Dino said we're always slower than molasses with our moves, and you
They
brought
laid
that
dollar
up
short.
too. How are they taking too long? You know, other teams jumping at it, and that just ties right into another comment here where Buddy Johnson said Packers also interviewed John Gannon, so that's a couple guys that they've all interviewed, but Does it feel like it's taking longer than normal for teams to hire coaches this year, or am I just crazy? I mean, am I like not thinking right about that?
No, I feel you. I feel like teams are taking their time now, right? Because you're investing in this. If I'm an owner, I'm not gonna rush. I'm gonna take my time and find the right guy, especially if you might be the guy for the next 3 or 4 years, right?
So does that mean the Cowboys are taking too long then, or is it like?
No, I think the Cowboys are taking too long.
But you wanted them to do a thorough search.
I do. I like a thorough search, but now you've interviewed candidates how you feel good about. Pull the trigger. If you feel good about this, don't start. Oh, well, we're gonna wait for this guy because blah blah. No, if you feel so good about this guy, but just pull the trigger. We're gonna just take the chance. Boom. But what? Y'all ain't got nuts. Y'all scary.
I was just wondering, maybe like they want to hear a bunch of different perspectives about their plans for the defense before they make the decision. But you could wait too long doing that if they get an offer from another team.
Other teams are going to be jumping on it and signing. We always wait till the last minute with players, with coaches, with everything. How many times have we talked about how they wait till the last minute to sign free agents, right? And then the pool is gone, and then you got the bottom of the barrel. Oh, they signed blah, blah, and you're like, oh, Lord, right? Because now the coordinators are the same thing. You got all these head coaches out there, all these head coaching vacancies. These teams are like, interview, all right, boom, boom, boom. Interview, boom, boom, boom. Dallas, oh, we want to wait. Are y'all sitting there saying, we want to wait for Jim Leonard? We want to see.
Speaking of a Leonard asks, he said his birthday is October 6th. He's wanting to know if
Libra gang.
When's yours is.
October 15th. You Libra gang.
Buddy Johnson said he heard the Cowboys was impressed with Donte Jones.
Yeah, they said they were impressed, but why ain't pulled the trigger? Because he's going to other teams. The Giants are going hard at him. Harbaugh is.
Maybe he wants to keep exploring his offers. See
he
if he
could
gets better offers.
Because maybe he made $1.3 million with the Vikings each year. You know Jerry ain't paying him no kind of money.
Yeah, sometimes you see them deals go down where like they come and visit and they don't leave. They leave with a deal. But then you get these ones where they don't leave with a deal, and then it's like, okay, what's going on? But that doesn't mean a deal couldn't be made still. A normal situation, you interview, and then they get back to you. You don't get hired on the spot. But you do see that sometimes when guys don't leave.
If you're in love with them and you're like, hey, this motherfucker.
Some guys know right away, like the Giants with Harbaugh. They just know who they want. They go all in for him.
Yeah, because they were going on his past, though. You feel me?
Well, I'm just saying though, that's the approach they take though to getting the coach they want. They just go all for it. They go all out to get it. You know?
Yeah, you're right.
So I feel like that's like what the Giants did with Harbaugh. Like they went all out.
Yeah, as soon as they seen his ass was going, they said, "We ain't fucking around with you. We gonna sign your ass 5-year deal.
Nobody else get him.
No, we ain't playing no games with you. Bring your ass here, get your staff, and let's go."
But Dallas, like you just said, though,
Dallas
they don't have someone they're ready to hire.
Let's look at 7 more candidates, and then next thing you know, all the top guys are gone, and then you settle.
But it's like a catch-22 because you're also like not just you, but a lot of people, including me, is like you do want them to do a thorough search. Like you want them to check through a lot of guys and then pick somebody. So it's like in doing that,
how many more people you got to check?
Well, I don't know now. Now, how many have they done? 6 or 7?
They did like 8 interviews. How many more people you got to check?
Yeah, I mean,
you just waiting for Jim Leonard. You just wait. Yeah, you just waiting for Jim.
Enough.
Yeah, you just waiting for Jim Leonard.
That is what it would seem like right now, doesn't it?
And y'all acting like he's like the cream of the. Okay, I just want to say this. Y'all acting like Jim Leonard is like the cream of the crop. Jim Leonard is like the guy. Jim Leonard ain't did shit.
I mean, they did just give up 30 points.
I'm just saying, Jim Leonard is not the defensive coordinator. He's the pass game coordinator.
Yeah. So it ain't on him. But
it ain't on.
He's a part of.
He is not the defensive coordinator.
They're basing that off Surtain.
What I'm saying is, y'all suck. Everybody's sucking on Jim Leonard. He ain't did shit. He ain't the defensive coordinator. So why are we sucking on Jim Leonard and we waiting on Jim Leonard? We sucking on him? Bye. I don't give a fuck about Jim Leonard. I think he's good. But now everybody's waiting on Jim Leonard. We don't even know if he's going to be good. He's not even the defensive coordinator. He's the pass game coordinator, assistant coach. And that's because Sean Payton anointed him.
Mm-hmm. So,
please.
So that's pretty much what we had there. And then you wanted to talk a little bit about Senior Bowl.
Senior Bowl. Well, I'm just saying, Bane just got invited with the Senior Bowl with Miami. He just accepted the invitation. I'm excited about that because he's short arm guy. Everybody's hating on Bane. Short arm, short arm, short arm. So I know that's why he accepted. I know that's why he accepted that Senior Bowl invitation because everybody hating on him with his short arms. So I know he wanted to go to the Senior Bowl, go crazy in the Senior Bowl, and make it where, no, you can't say nothing about my short arms. You know what I'm saying? So we got a couple Ohio State guys. A couple years ago, oh my God, I can't remember his name. I'll remember it here soon. He played with Ohio State, but he was one of the few juniors that got elected to play in the Senior Bowl because the Senior Bowl number of seniors. But in 2024, they allowed juniors to come play in that. And one of the Ohio State Buckeyes committed early. He was, I can't remember his name. I will remember it. He's with the Browns right now. But with the Senior Bowl, there's a cornerback that just committed to the Senior Bowl from Ohio State. I'm excited about that. David, I don't know his name. That last name is tough to say. I'm excited. A lot of the Cowboys content creators are going to be down there. Jay Tuck, like I said, DMV, my dog, me and Joe Castro are going to be down there. I think Foots will be down there. Yeah. So there'll be a lot of people down there covering Cowboys football. So it'll be exciting. We do our show every Wednesday. Gee, we're gonna hook up Wednesday then, right? Because we can just remotely do a show, right?
Yeah, we could work that out somehow.
Yeah. So I'll get a lot of videos those first few days. I'll send them to G. I'll let G post them, and then we'll talk about what we see.
Cut something up.
Yeah. We're the originators. I just want you to know. Can I say this? I'm gonna say it right now, G.
Say what you will.
I will say it. We're the originators. Okay? Please don't take offense to this. I'm not dissing nobody. I love all y'all. Wasn't nobody going that damn Senior Bowl before Big Game James did.
He said it feels good to get that off my chest.
I'm getting it off my chest. Big Game James went down to Senior Bowl in 2022. Paid his way. Paid his way. Well, I didn't see nobody down there doing no Senior Bowl nothing, G. You hear me?
Yeah.
I didn't see nobody doing no Senior Bowl nothing.
I told you about it earlier.
I'm 22.
It's the nature of the game.
I paid it. I paid my way. Me and Booth thing went down there, and that's when I saw Jake Ferguson, and that's why I was like, okay, go ahead and pick him.
You saw he just made his second Pro Bowl?
Yeah, 82 catches for 600 yards. I don't respect that
whatever
shit.
You were saying about him, Jerry's like, hell yeah, we got him a contract. He made a Pro Bowl.
That's some dumb shit.
I made the right choice.
Yeah. You know Jerry's saying that shit, but
I'm going to hang my hat on that.
Yeah, he is going to hang his hat. That shit whack, though. 82 catches for 600 yards, terrible. 7 yards a catch. Terrible. I was down there. I said pick you. I did say pick you in 2022. But yeah, I was down there at Senior Bowl. Remember me and you, G, when we went down that combine?
Oh yeah.
Who was going to the combine?
Indianapolis.
Who was going?
We did. We went.
No, I'm saying who else was going?
Did somebody else go?
No. A few of my dogs went, but it wasn't nobody going to combine.
We went to the combine.
Yeah, we went.
We got the little headset.
Yeah.
Little earpiece.
I'm just saying.
So you could hear the NFL
Yeah,
Network
you feel
broadcast.
You feel me? We was doing the watch parties. We was banging them bitches out.
That's where you saw Broadus.
Yeah. And Hellman.
Yep.
The little short guy. When I took the picture with Hellman, he was short as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Remember?
Yeah.
We was at the combine.
Yeah, we got the pick.
Yeah.
I almost put it in the intro, but I couldn't really fit it in anywhere.
I'm just saying. Look, we ain't haters over here, but I'm just saying we started this shit. I'm going to tell y'all right now, we started this shit. Y'all can go back and unsubscribe if you don't like what I say. I don't care. I just want to get this off my chest. We started this shit. We was doing them watch parties 2018. Nobody was doing them. Nobody was doing watch parties in 2018.
Definitely not in Cowboy land.
Y'all blew up in 2020 when COVID came, and then nobody had nothing to do, and everybody made podcasts.
And I wasn't doing it during that time.
G left me. G fucked up.
I stopped altogether.
G fucked up and left me.
I stopped altogether.
Because if we would have kept going, we would have had this whole game sold. We was in the studios in 2017. We was in studios. Okay? We was in studios.
Yeah, but yeah.
We was in studios getting checks. Okay? What with G? We was in studios getting checks. Right? Feel me? Doing watch parties. Doing pre-game, post-games. Wasn't nobody doing that. Now, when we was doing it, wasn't nobody doing it. Period. Nobody.
Yep.
So, y'all take this for what y'all want. Y'all can hate on me. I don't really care. We started this shit. And I just want to get it out. We don't get our flowers. For real. Me and G don't get our flowers. We started this shit. We started these interviews with all these people. We started these watch parties. We started these pregame, postgame. We started all this shit, dog. We did. We're trailblazers. And y'all need to give us our respect. That's the truth. And I don't care how y'all feel about it. We started this shit. I don't care what nobody say out there in these streets. We started this shit. We latched and commuted and made this great. And it was never about nothing else.
And you really took it to another level, like after you and I.
Yeah, because G had took his family. He did his own thing. And I was doing this on my own. And I didn't know nothing about production. G left me and my dog. He left me with 1K. We had 1,000 subscribers when G left. We had 15K. I built that. Not taking anything away from G.
That's good.
You feel me?
My thing is the Facebook page.
And I didn't know anything about production, but I was grinding in these streets. I was going to the senior bowls. I was going to everything. I was going to training camp. Wasn't nobody going to training camp except Tyson West Coast. West Coast Tyson was the only one going to training camps. Period. If it wasn't him, I was going to training camps. Everybody started going to training camps after I started it. I don't care what you say. None of y'all was going to training camps before me. None of y'all. None of y'all was going to training camp before me and G. Tyson was before me, so I'm going to give him his respect. He's the one that got me in and let me get them interviews. Tyson West Coast Cowboys, yes. And I don't fuck with him. But he definitely did that for me and my boo thing. That's what he did. But we was there in training camp before nobody was there. So when y'all talk all this shit about all these people out here in these streets grinding and shit, no, motherfucker, it was us. We started this shit. We opened the doors for all these other motherfuckers to eat. So I ain't trying to hear that shit that y'all talk about no more. It was us. Big Game James, producer G. Period. We came in stomping fools and people didn't like it. That's the truth. I ain't hating on nobody. Get your money, do your thing. I ain't hating on get your thing. But we started this shit. That's the facts. Say what the fuck you want. The proof is in the pudding. And I got videos to back that shit up. We started this shit, dog. We opened the motherfucking doors for everybody to eat for this cowboy land, dog. That's the truth. And I've been holding this back for years because I be quiet because I don't want to start shit. But that's the truth. Give us our flowers. We put in this work. We put in the work. That's the truth.
Jay Recruiter said, what about Mark Holmes?
Mark Holmes been there, but you know what? Mark Holmes was here before us. But was Mark Holmes opening up the doors? And I'm not hating on Mark Holmes. Mark Holmes can listen to this. I respect Mark Holmes more than anything. But was Mark Holmes opening up the doors for the Dallas Cowboys media? No. That was us. That was me. I opened that door. Yes. With the late night hype. with Law and Sky. Say what the fuck y'all want. I found Sky. And I knew he was going to be great. That's why he's killing in these streets. I started that shit. Me. Say what the fuck you want. Anybody can come in and you won't debate it because it's the truth. I have no lies here.
That's why it's in the intro.
You feel me? And I respect all them people. I ain't dissing none of them. But y'all going to give us our flowers here. Me, producer G, and then when G went on to do his thing, I held this shit down. Fit, period. Point blank.
I mean, I don't really need the flowers all like that. I mean, I appreciate it when people say nice things, but I'm happy to have been a part of it to get it.
No,
ignited,
we don't get our flowers in the streets.
To get it ignited.
I don't give a fuck. I'm going to speak my mind tonight, and I ain't going to say nothing else about it. We don't get our flowers in the streets. Nobody gives us our respect of what we did.
Keystone said that's when you was labeled the OG.
That's what I'm saying, though. We went to media school. We didn't just create a Facebook page. We didn't just create a YouTube page. We went to media school. That's how me and G met. We put in work. We did what, 8 months, G?
Yeah, isn't that crazy that we both thought to go there at the same time?
You get what I'm saying? We did 8 months of media school. We didn't just create a Facebook page. Mm-hmm. We didn't just create a YouTube page. We put in work. We put in study. So you're not going to discount what we did in these streets. We came right out the ground, hit the ground running, and people was hating on it. That ain't my fault. And now everybody's creating YouTube pages and all that. You know why? Because we opened doors, dog. We opened doors for all them media people. None of the media people was respecting any YouTube people.
If you look back on things, you see all those guys have hopped on somebody's podcast that was doing this kind of stuff.
None of them people respected anybody on YouTube. None of them. I helped kick down doors. People can hate on me all you want to. I don't give a hell. Guess what? We help kick in doors. We help open up doors, and that's what I'm about. So I'm not trying to get the braggadocious, but I feel good, and y'all gonna stop playing like we didn't do shit in these streets. I'm tired of it. We're the originators. We are the OGs. Me, producer G, are the OGs of this shit. Period.
Yeah, pretty much. We was definitely on it before COVID. But yeah, Mark Holmes was there. Law was there.
They were before us. I was using all Law shit. I'm not discounting them.
Yeah.
I'm not discounting them.
No,
but when we talking about open up, no, I'm not talking about you. But when we talking about open up doors for this shit, yeah, that was me. They was there before me. I looked at them as models.
Well, I'm just saying some of those guys were there, but they weren't necessarily doing the same content.
They weren't doing that shit. They weren't doing it.
Content.
I'm sorry, they weren't.
We was kind of the pioneers in like the podcast side.
We are.
Of it.
We were. And I'm going to say that's what it is. If y'all want to start taking slights and, no, you're being goofy. I ain't nobody disrespecting no Mark Holmes, Law Nation, none of them, because I was playing nothing but Law Nation videos on our shit. You remember, G, when we first started, I was playing Law Nation shit all the time. And I respect Mark Holmes, for real. Yeah, but they weren't doing the certain type of shit that we did.
We did a Cowboys experience with Mark Holmes.
It was my niggas, but I'm going to just tell her what it is. I don't care if you don't like it, so what? Go talk in the streets. I don't care. None of y'all, I don't care.
Cozy Home Screensaver says bring back the play-by-plays.
We need to.
Yeah, you was just talking about that. Maybe we'll go ahead and hop on there for the Super Bowl.
We need to.
The Patriots and the Rams.
Our play-by-plays were hyped.
We'll sit down at the bar for that one.
If you go to the bar, I'm going to be up.
If you go to that Fan Chat Nation page, that's where all that stuff is. Most of the stuff.
I seen that fan. You still got Nation. That?
Well, I don't have it. I got the Facebook.
No,
page.
I'm just saying. I still remember that page.
Yeah.
We definitely need to do it at the bar.
There's still a lot of stuff on that page that we did from back then. Those pages for that channel.
Hey, y'all should check out Ohio Media stuff.
Yeah, I was watching some of the commercials and shit.
Hey, our commercials, our play-by-play was banging. Our high school play-by-play was banging. I just hate that audio on that Whitehall game. Remember we did that audio?
Yeah, I was telling her about that.
And it was fire.
Yeah,
we killed
the
that.
Play-by-play,
but the audio was terrible. Mm-hmm. We killed that game though.
I think that's still on the score.
It
on
is
their website,
the
YouTube.
That's what I'm saying, G. We were so good,
but it's like
that's what I'm saying. We're so good. If you go through the score, they only keep certain videos on their score. We have like 3 videos of us still on the score. That tells you we were that good.
The quality of that one was bad,
and they still kept it on there. It's on the score still.
Will Richards said he was listening to you guys back when I lived in 161 in Columbus, off of 161.
161,
long before
New Albany.
Or it could be Westerville or some
yeah,
other
could
parts
be,
there
could
too.
be.
Where are you at now, Will Richards? You still in the Ohio area, or did you end up moving out of state?
That's my dog.
That's a long time ago.
That's a long time ago.
Leonardo said he been fucking with y'all on the late night hype pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID,
I wasn't part of that late night hype, but I was right before that. I was kind of the transition.
He set it up. G instilled in me when he left me, and it's not bad. When G left, he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna leave you the computer. I'm gonna show you how to do this. I'm gonna show you how to do that."
I wanted to be able to still work with you.
He was like, "I'm gonna put all these tools for you how to make it, because I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna give you all these tools to make it." And I made it. And that's why I appreciate you, because he could have just took his computer. That was his computer. All the shit. He could have took all that and he could have left me high and dry and said, "I'm out. Figure it out." But he didn't. He said, "I'm going to leave you my computer. I'm going to give you these tools. I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to show you how to do this. And you're going to be able to make it, because I don't know what I'm going to do." And I appreciated that. And that got me 15,000, 14,000 subscribers, because I used those tools that he told me, and that's what made it work. Every time I went live, I was like, "Okay, what did she tell me how to do this?" I was like,
I should have wrote it all down for you or something.
So that's what I appreciate about him. He could have left me high and dry, but he didn't. And so that motivated me and pushed me to what I'm at now. I don't need 100,000 a K and 1 million subscribers. I don't need that.
And we had continued to, even after I had left, to do things together, because we went to camp. We did the Cowboys experience stuff together. So we still did a lot of stuff. We was traveling.
And you remember
more.
the last time that we kicked it was the best time ever.
When you came out there?
When we was at your sister's crib?
Yeah, you came out there. Yeah.
Yes.
That was the training camp.
Yeah, and we was as soon as we went outside and we saw the mountains.
Yeah, that was training
the best
camp.
time ever.
Yeah.
That was the best.
That was the 2019 camp.
That was the best time.
I got a ball with a couple autographs.
That was the best time ever.
Yeah, I imagine living there every day.
Don't start that.
It was great, man. I'm trying to get back to something like that, because that was amazing.
That was amazing.
You live in a vacation town.
That was amazing. I'm sorry, that was amazing, G.
Yeah, I loved it.
That was amazing.
GIF on Hall said, "Is that producer G?"
That's producer G, motherfucker.
Oh,
who you thought?
Maybe they just first time tuning in for a minute.
That's producer motherfucking G. Who you thought?
Will Richard said lives in Pittsburgh now. Got out of the hood on 161 and Cleveland Avenue.
Oh, he was on Cleveland. Damn, Real Richards was in the hood. But you know what, Real Richards? I seen your picture and you look like a hood white dude. Don't get mad at me for saying that, but you look like one of the white dudes been in the hood.
I don't think I ever seen his pic.
Yeah, I seen his pic. You'll laugh at that, Will. Tell me, give me an LOL if you feeling me. Just let me know.
Anything else you want to hit on here? We're about to wrap this up.
Nah, we ain't got shit to hit on. Yep. Just checking in on the Senior Bowl.
Senior Bowl next week. We'll have some kind of update, something coming out for you regarding that.
Mm-hmm. You know G gonna cook it up. I'm gonna send him some shit and he gonna cook it up.
Yep. So until then, see you next time.
They always gonna be the same way, so this don't even trip. Jerry's gonna be Jerry. What are we talking about right now?